Hey everyone, Reasonable Setups here for weekly NQ. So we are approaching to one of the most important weeks for this month as OPEX and FOMC are approaching. So alongside that, you will see here on Monday retail sales, which is very important too, as last time it had a huge drop and market will try to figure out the consumer sentiment overall. Consumers feeling very uncomfortable right now. And on Tuesday, you can see Bank of Japan is making the decision on the monetary policy as well. So the expectations are they will stop the rate hikes. And of course, on Wednesday, the FOMC statement and the press conference. So that's it for the calendar. Let's move into the NQ chart. Okay, so let's start from the weekly chart on NQ. You can see on the weekly chart, we are getting closer and closer to this 2021 December high on NQ and to this sell side liquidity. But of course, before we hit that, it's very much possible that we can have some relief bounce, right? So especially when you see here the weekly volume imbalance, which are usually getting closed before any huge upside or downside, right? So as we are speaking, by the way, the market had another gap down. So we had another imbalance here, which is most probably will be closed by Friday OPEX, in my opinion. So we will see. So on the weekly chart, nothing positive for the bulls, but we are approaching to some important levels from 2021. So let's move into the daily chart. We see on the daily chart, we lost the upward channel, the trend line here. And yes, that's a very much of a bearish confirmation as we lost the 200 EMA as well. So this is the sell side on the weekly chart. And of course, you see some markings here on the CPI liquidity level. So this is the CPI week. And most probably we will take this liquidity this week. 4-hour chart is also very bearish. So we are far below the 50 EMA right here. But of course, we are trying to reclaim 21 EMA right here. And you can see on the chart that the March 9 new week opening gap is wide open too. So if Powell is not hawkish this week, we have a very much some possibility to come and take to close this opening gap. So 1-hour chart, yeah, ranging right now, trying to find some footing, right? So we see here this bounce from 21 EMA, trying to make 21 EMA as a support, which is very good. And of course, the 15-minute chart, one of the most important if you are day trading. So you can see here I marked this trend line, and this trend line looks to be confirmed. So if we are upward of this trend line, of course, the upside possibility is very high. So I'm expecting some kind of bounce as we approach to OPEX 2. So all of those shorters should be taking profits too this week. So make sure you are careful this week from the price action, because we can have some huge ranges. So we see here the CPI liquidity I marked most probably will take this liquidity, and if we find some momentum too, there is a decent probability to come and take this previous week opening gap, which is wide open. You can see here, and I showed you on the weekly chart too. So 5 minutes, this is all of my indicators open. So yeah, this is the opening gap down this week. So we are having a gap on 712 again. So gap down. Let's see what's gonna bring next week. Now let's move into the Bitcoin chart on a daily time frame. So to me, Bitcoin is very much the most sensitive and the most reactive to all of the assets in the world. As it is international, it is basically 24/7, and yeah, it reacts to all the news and sentiments all over the world. So let's have a look, and you'll see here the downtrend momentum is still uh, here, and we lost the 200 EMA on a daily chart and currently rejecting 2 on this daily candle right now. But of course, we lost the upward momentum, the bull market support band, which is basically 20 SMA and 21 EMA band on a weekly time frame, right? So this is a downtrend momentum right now, but of course we are approaching to some very much support levels, previous highs around 72, 73. But of course, Bitcoin likes to make some huge wicks. We can see wicks up to this 66, 67 area too. So overall, we are in a downtrend. So make sure you follow BTC, because in my opinion, BTC will indicate any kind of good news for the bulls, and as always it will try to bottom first, as it is pricing in all the bad and negative news first before the traditional markets, right? And lastly, let's have a look on Polymarket. It has a very interesting prediction regarding the QT. So it is pricing in 100% chance that the QT will be ended before May. So that can be the catalyst for all the risk on assets to try to find some upside momentum. So especially if all of those highly speculative crypto assets, Ethereum and all of those altcoins, maybe they're waiting these news to try to have some very good upside momentum. Let's have a look on this too. So make sure you keep your eyes on these news as well. So on May. So that's pretty much it for this week. So let's wait and see what FOMC brings us, despite the fact it priced in 99% chance that it is paused. Of course, it's going to be a pause as well. But of course, we need to see what Powell's gives us in his speech. So make sure you follow FOMC and follow my channel, so I will deliver as much as I can. So thank you so much, and please subscribe, and feel free to ask any questions you are interested in. Okay, have a good one. Thank you.